the oldest rookie to ever play in the NFL and win a Super Bowl. Meet Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner was a great quarterback at the top of the draft class in 1994, going undrafted and then signing in 1997 with the St. Louis Rams, now the Las Vegas Rams. In his first ever year as an LA Ram, he led them to the Super Bowl and winning Super Bowl 34 in his first ever year in the NFL, proving every team wrong who decided to pass him up in the draft. In his next year with the Rams, Kurt Warner led the greatest show on turf, being the Rams' offense at the time, to another Super Bowl, this time losing just barely. After this, Kurt Warner decided to throw in the towel with the LA Rams and get shipped off to the New York Giants. The 2004 New York Giants roster looked a little bit like this. Quarterback Kurt Warner throwing 2,054 yards this season, only 6 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. Really good, but also bad for the offense that he had built around him. The line sucked, as they fumbled a current time of 6 fumbles the entire season. The running back could barely rush for 1,000 yards. The 2 receivers combined got barely 1,000 yards, and no touchdowns on the entire season, with Jeremy Shockey, the tight end, being the only case of yards that the Giants had. As for their defense, having Michael Strahan was kind of a little bit of a cheat code, as he had 4 sacks the entire season and 8 interceptions with 3 fumbles recovered. Rather than that, Gabriel Wilson was okay for his time period, but I think it's safe to say the Giants' defense struggled. This team didn't really go anywhere, going 6-10 on the season, and I think it was smart of Kurt Warner to get out of this team while he still could, getting shipped off to, you guessed it, my favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. Now at this point, Kurt Warner is officially 38 years old, and in 2009, he did the unthinkable with a team that no one thought would make it anywhere near close to the Super Bowl for being the oldest team in NFL history. Yet Kurt Warner did just that. At the age of 38, he made way over 50% of his completions, getting almost 4,000 yards and 26 touchdowns on the season, including 21 rushes for 10 yards and no touchdowns. Tim Hightower, the running back at the time, got 598 yards, along with 8 rushing touchdowns and 63 catches for 428 yards. The wide receivers, a rookie Larry Fitzgerald at the time, got 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns, along with Anquan Boldin getting 4 touchdowns and 1,000 yards. As for the tight ends, the main tight end putting in most of the work, Ben Patrick, getting 12 catches for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. The offensive line was amazing, as they only gave up 2 fumbles the entire season. As for the defensive starters, these guys were cracked, getting Darnell Dockett and Calais Campbell both 7 sacks on the season, with Darnell Dockett getting 1 interception and 1 fumble recovery. As for Clark Haggans, he also records 5 sacks. Adrian Wilson, the strong safety, with 5 interceptions and 2 sacks, along with Chike Okafor with 4.5 sacks and 1 fumble recovered. This team was stacked for going 10-6 on the season and making a Super Bowl, which they lost to against the Pittsburgh Steelers. After this, Kurt Warner decided it was time. The Cardinals next season went a glorious 6-10, and Kurt Warner retiring as a legend for several teams in the NFL. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.